Hi folks, this is my 2004 Mondeo ST220. It's a 3 litre V6 and it's got the classic moosing sound. It doesn't happen all the time. It normally happens when it warms up and at a certain point in the rev range, it makes like a cow mooing noise. I've had a look in the forums and stuff like that. There's so much conflicting information about this problem. So we're gonna try and get to the bottom of the problem in this video. I'll see you in a minute. Right, well, I've looked on forums. There's nothing on YouTube, so that's why I'm doing this video, to try and help other people with the same problem. And you go into forums, all you're getting is conflicting informations. People saying that it's the air idle valve. Some people say you need a moosing pipe. And other people have given other explanations. But the bottom line is that we need to get to the bottom of this problem. It's a really annoying noise. And I've bought a new air idle control valve. I don't want to go down the route of putting this moosing pipe on, because to me that's just a workaround fix and it don't actually solve the problem. So let's warm the car up. I'll take it for a little drive, warm it up. It doesn't happen from cold. It normally happens when it's reached temperature, and then when you start up and run it, then you'll hear the moosing sound. So let me go and warm the car up and I'll be back in a minute. But as I say, I noticed it does it when the car's warm. Oh, here we go. Can you hear that? It's not a wheel bearing because I'm not going along, look. But if you flip the throttle, that will go. Believe me, that will go. But it's a common problem. It's enough to frighten you though. Apparently it's some sort of oscillation, I think, by what I can gather. There we go, look. So it normally happens around 30 miles an hour. But then other times it clears. Just put your foot down a little bit more, or a little bit, and it's called moosing. Don't matter what gear you're in, but when you're going along, you might think it could be a wheel bearing. Okay, so we've got the bonnet open now. Let's have a little look around, and here you can find the air idle control valve. This is what we're suspecting is possibly the problem. And those of you who have heard of the moosing pipe, where they extend it, this is the actual pipe in question, the one that connects up from the air intake rubber manifold there to the throttle body manifold. They increase the length of that, and you'll probably see them with a big coil of hose there, but that's not really the proper fix, obviously. This is the original one by the looks of it, and you can tell that it's got this little blanking plate at the end there, and you can't normally pull that out, but you can get it out, and apparently I've seen people stick a screwdriver in there and raise and lower their tick over as well. But I've bought a pattern part one. This is the one I've bought, and that doesn't have that facility on it, as you can probably see. So let's get this unbolted and put the new one on with the new gasket as well. Okay then, so we'll undo our two 8mm nuts, and then hopefully this should just ease off. Now, one thing I've noticed straight away is that this is a different size. Now, it's supposed to be for the ST220, but I'm a little bit dubious about that. It's a different length as well. This may not be the right one. So this doesn't appear to be the right one, as you can see, although this was down for the ST220. There's the one that come off of our ST220, and these shapes here marry up with the throttle body as well. So this is obviously the wrong one. I'm gonna have to exchange it, and we'll finish that video off as soon as I've exchanged it. So you'll see that in a minute. Right, okay then, it's a couple of days later now. I've ordered the new part, and that's now turned up. And this one looks exactly identical to the one we've actually got on there. Let's put that down there. For those of you who are interested, I got this one from World Car Parts, and it is a LAV 088 model idle control valve. I think I paid £44 for this on their website. But this one is exactly the same, by the looks of it, as to the one that's actually on there. So let me quickly take that one off. So I've already undone the two screws there, as you can see. There's only them two 8mm screws there. We'll pull the connector out. It just comes off like that. And as you can see, that's the, even down to the little blue dot it's got on it, look. So that's the same. And also the, if you pull that little plug out there, as I said to you before, there's a tick over speed control there, and this one's actually got that one, where that pattern one we had, totally different. But when you turn them over, they are literally identical. Maybe this one's a little bit firmer, I don't know. This one might feel a little bit firmer. So it might be that the solenoid in here loses tension. There, that one actually feels quite a bit easier actually. So that's interesting. That plunger there, when I pull the plunger down and push it up, it goes in quite easy. This one's still easy, but I'd suggest that one was a bit firmer. So hopefully that'll make a difference. So let's put this back on now. So I've got a gasket there to go on. Right, so let's get our bolts, or one of our bolts through there. Just start that bolt off. Again, it's a nice, makes a change for something to be nice and simple to fit. So right on top of the engine, on the inlet manifold. Before I nip that down, let's just tighten that one down. Okay, so that's that there. We'll put the plug back on. And basically, that's the new idle air control valve on. Right, so I'm not going to throw that away because we might do a bit more investigation on another video. I'm not too sure yet. So let's put that to the side. Everything else there's back in place. There's nothing else to be changed or moved or whatever. So let's shut that down. And you may see over the back there that there's another ST220. That's Gary's. He's only just bought that one. That's Scrap It Man if you're interested. My one's the performance blue one and his one is a grey one. Just got hold of this one, so that's another one if you're interested in Mondeo ST220s we'll be featuring. So I'm just going to take this out for a test drive now. I'm going to move Sharon's car out of the way, and we know this starts moosing once it's warmed up. So I'm going to get it up to temperature, bring it back, turn it off and then start it up and see if we've got a problem. Right, okay then. I've just been out for a 20-minute drive in it. It's right up to temperature now. It didn't do it at all, but I expected that anyway. The problem normally arises when I start the car after about 15 to 20 minutes after it's been standing and turned off. So I'm going to come back out here in about 15 to 20 minutes, start it then. That's when we'll know whether or not this air idle control valve has cured the problem. So I'll see you in a minute. As I say, the car's still warm, so this is when it normally happened after a little break. Let's have a go. I don't like to say it, but I think it would have done it by now. Right, let's just get out of this drive here, hold on. Right, so let's have a go. Normally, when I'm driving down the road now, it starts moosing. Well, it would have been moosing by around the 30-mile-an-hour bracket. I'm doing 30 now. And at the moment, I don't like to speak too soon, but we'll go around the block in it anyway. Normally around the sort of tick over, blipping the throttle to 30 miles an hour, that sort of it would have been doing it now. It would have been doing it now. Temperature's up to 90 degrees where it should be again, right in the middle. Yeah, it would have been doing it now. I know that. I know that from experience on the many times that I've taken it out so far. Let's get up the rev range a little bit. I don't want to go too far, obviously. And all we've done at the moment is changed that air idle control valve. Let's pull back in now. Not once on this journey has it done it. And I know for a fact, every time I've taken the car out, as I said to you, after it's warmed up, it would do it near enough straight away. Happy days. So there you go. You can draw your own conclusions from what I've shown you in this video. It seems to have cured my one, although I will obviously come back to you in a future video if it does start to come back again. But initial results showed that the idle air control valve on this has cured the moosing problem. So if your Mondeo Mark III V6 is moosing more than a moose at a reindeer convention, you might want to look at the air idle control valve like I've done and change that. Just my experience in this job. Anyway, thanks very much. Don't forget, if you do like my videos, hit the subscribe button and ring the little notification bell. That way you get notified every time we upload a video. And all I'll say is I'm moose free. See you later, folks. Bye for now.